Hey YouTube, it's Lori here, and I wanted to do a couple of pocket diaper reviews on ones I've been using for a while. This is probably going to be separated into two different videos, but the first one I wanted to do is the Kawaii Baby. I've been using these for a little while as I started kind of branching out. I wanted to go ahead and kind of break this down and kind of mention the pros first on what I like about this diaper. So this is a slim fitting diaper. What I mean by that is she doesn't have quite as big of a fluffy butt. So it's definitely, you know, if you're putting them in like jeans or, you know, clothing that's a little bit tighter, you may be able to pull it off with Kawaii Baby. And I, a lot of times, use one microfiber insert and one newborn pre-fold folded in half, and it's still slimmer than, say, an Alba Baby. The second one is the flap that you have over your opening, you know, when you're going to be stuffing your diaper. So you're going to have this opening that lays on top of it. So it's going to keep moisture from rising up, from leaking coming out of there, from just having a really wet, whether it's an insert, whatever you're using, it'll keep some of that leaking, and it'll keep from touching their clothing and wicking away moisture. So, I mean, that's really, really nice. My first con would be, I don't like the wing snaps. There's just two, so it's not like your normal three, where it gives you a little bit more room to adjust. You don't really have that with this. I mean, it's really hard to snap to two different rows. It is doable, but it tends to kind of bunch this up, which causes gaps in the diaper. Another thing I don't like is the way it fits when your child is in kind of awkward stages in between. There does tend to be a little bit more issues, at least with my daughter. Another con that I have found for this diaper is there's no reinforcement behind the snaps, if you can see this. I mean, they're just snapped onto the material itself, which, if you know anything about, I mean, if you've ever sewn any of your own diapers, what can happen is you can actually rip the fabric. It can also cause leaking, which goes on to another con that I don't like about this diaper, is the fact that because there are no reinforcements, sometimes you will have leaking coming out from where your snap placements are. So sometimes you can even see it where it kind of leaks out the front, and you can kind of see some of it coming down, and that's really due to the fact that there is no reinforcement done on there. A lot of different companies use just, whether it's scrap PUL, or I mean, even if you're just using cotton, anything like that, it just tends to help. So I definitely don't like that. There's a few times where I have felt that I was going to rip the diaper because the snap got stuck on there and I couldn't pull it off, and I was really afraid that I was going to break it. Another thing I don't like about this is that the elastic, which, I mean, this is a used one. I did buy it off a swap, so I do understand that. But I do have a couple ones that were new. And the elastic is still fairly loose. So outside of taking it and then replacing the elastic myself with the elastic that I like, it just tends to be loose. It's a lot looser than any other pocket diaper I've ever purchased. It is of lower quality on the PUL. If you look at it, you can definitely see where the weaving on your PUL is definitely bigger. It's not the highest of quality. Having started sewing my own diapers and been exposed to the actual PUL, you learn to tell the difference, and this is not of great quality. So that on its own can cause leaks. I mean, she has sporadic leaks from time to time. I never know when I put a diaper on her whether she's going to leak out of one of these. So I generally don't put these on when we go out of the house. Now, these diapers, if you've never heard of the Kawaii are more, they are definitely the more inexpensive brands. I mean, you've got, you know, your Fuzzy Buns and all of those, your more elite diapers. They're up on top, where they're a lot more expensive. Obviously, they're higher quality. These definitely fall on the lower end of the spectrum. These run you anywhere from $5 to $7 for one. So, I mean, that's a big difference. I mean, you're talking $10 or more difference. So, I mean, that will play a role in that. But all in all, I will say that I'm not real happy with the Kawaii. I know some moms that swear by it, but I do not like them. They're just not working for me, and they're diapers that I hate reaching for. It's basically when I'm down to my last few that I ever even reach for them. And I never take them with me, like if my mom or my mother-in-law is going to watch my daughter, I never take them because I know exact placement and I know what I need to look for to make sure that I minimize the chances of them leaking. They do not. So they're definitely not, I don't find them to be very grandparent, babysitter friendly. But anyways, guys, so that is my thoughts on the Kawaii baby. Let me know if you love them or you hate them. Anyways, until next time, bye.